Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I'm here today with set number 70903, the Riddler Riddle Race Car, the Riddler Riddle Racer, it's a tongue twister, from the Lego Batman movie. This came out in 2017, ages 7 to 14. It has 254 pieces and 5 minifigures for $30 in the United States. That by itself is a pretty good reason to get this set for 5 minifigures and a $30 set. Normally, you would get about 2 or 3, but it's what's really surprising about it is the fact that it's a Lego Batman movie set, so you get a lot of villains. Some more mainstream, some more obscure, so it's fun for collectors just right off the bat with the minifigures. In fact, let's start off with them first for a change in this video. First, we're going to start things off from left to right. We have Calendar Man, we have the Riddler, and we have Batman. Now, as far as Batman goes, he is the same variant that you see in a lot of different Lego Batman movie sets. And over time, if you're going to collect the different sets, you're going to have a couple of the faces being roughly the same. But he's still pretty good in the Lego Batman movie as far as, difference to other DC superheroes versions of Batman. Here's a quick look at his face from the first side, and we do have another face for the Riddler, so I'll take this one off as well, which is actually pretty nice to have that bowler hat and hair combo is molded. The Calendar Man doesn't have an alternate face, so we'll just stick with that one again, and get another look around the back to see those alternate faces. So, honestly, they do look pretty good on both of the Riddler and Batman. Like I said, you're going to see the one on the left much more often. You can check Brickset.com. They have a better catalog as far as who is in which version of Batman is in which of the Batman movie sets, and there's a quick look at the back printing. As far as Calendar Man, I don't think he really had anything much on the back, just a little bit more of wrapping around from the front as far as his waist. So, and only like a little bit of line detail outside of that, but still, I appreciate that they put something on the back there. I really love the Riddler in this set. This is like one of the few times that I've collected the Riddler in any Lego Batman movie sets, and it's one of my favorite versions that I've seen from Lego. All he's missing is a pair of suspenders, and he is basically the Riddler version of a Clockwork Orange. I mean, everything from the bowler hat, the hair, the cane, and the suit, it fits so well. It fits so good. It's very classy, and I do love all the different printing. You can see all the little question marks all over his outfit. So very nice detail on him, and just a great look to make the Riddler fresh compared to the previous versions. I believe he has been seen in the comics with this iteration, so a really fun thing there. And also the Riddler cane does have the new question mark mold on it. This is a separate piece you can attach on just a regular bar piece. Calendar Man is actually a good, iteration. I don't know much about Calendar Man as far as comic variants or anything like that, but I do like how all these little numbers for the calendar dates are, scattered across for this pre-cut cape. Very few times in Lego would you see a pre-cut cape, and usually not in this sort of fashion. They'd normally be more like tattered or maybe have like a hole or two in it on purpose, but for this, it really just makes them very unique. I really do like how all these minifigures turned out. So now the villains get even more obscure, as I have to go back to the box and actually read the names. On the left to right, we have Magpie and Catman, Kite Man. Catman, no, that's different. I again can't really compare them that much to the comic versions or any other iterations of these characters. I have seen Kite Man once or twice before getting this set, and the colors seem to line up pretty well. I do like how for a lot of these figures, even if they're obscure Batman villains, collectors will like them, but I think kids that aren't even familiar with them will just like that there's variety of villains. Maybe there'll be a fun thing to learn, like I am, that there are different Batman villains outside of your typical Joker, Penguin, Harley Quinn, Two-Face. There's a rogues gallery that's very well known, and then there's all these villains that just add to, the spotlight as far as Batman characters. So they really do have nice face printings on both sides, if I could say that correctly, and I'm just going to turn his head around. The only thing I do find a problem with as far as Kite Man, I do like how they assemble the kite, but it is a hard thing to stand up on his own. That's why I have the base plate there, and he does have some nice, face print on the back and front of his face to make it more unique. It's not like it was recycled from a previous theme. As far as Magpie, I'm pretty sure there's back printing on her face as well, giving a more angry face. Maybe a little bit concerned. She's carrying dynamite. I don't see why she wouldn't be concerned. And just as a quick bit, we'll take a look at the torso printing that her armor blocks. It is a nice armor piece, and it only comes in a couple different sets, and in black, I think only 2 sets from Lego Batman movie. So it is nice to see there. There was only a little bit as far as printing on the back of Kite Man. You mostly just see the belt wrapping around. Again, good attention to detail so that there is, consistency. But not much to write home about. It's no problem that it gets blocked by the armor piece. So there we have it. And also, this hair piece is nice to get in white, which I can't see too many uses for me personally, but I do like that at least it's reused and recolored for anybody who wants to make their own things out of them. Before we fit the Riddler into the racer, I just wanted to give a quick look around at the car itself. This is, I'd say actually, as far as Lego Batman movie accurate vehicles and sets, most of the vehicles for the villains seem to be accurate to the movie. Now, even though I have the movie and I could easily pause and rewind and really take a look at everything, I'm guaranteeing that all these vehicles are roughly the same way in the sets as they appear in the movie. Can't really say much for Batman's vehicles, as I've actually tried to look at those more intently, and for Brick Theory and other things. The Batman vehicles actually don't have a lot for accuracy. A lot of them are dumbed down versions compared to how they appear in the movie. Maybe the Ninjago movie coming out soon will have something similar to that. But anywho, there are only a couple of stickers added on to this set. We have one in the front for this question mark and sort of license plate. I'm not really sure if that's a license plate. And I think there was another one around here. I actually can't remember where it is. Oh, right. There it is. Kind of hidden away. But inside of the driver's compartment, you have a speedometer that is added in as a sticker. So that's nice for a little bit of detail. It's just a little bit tucked away, kind of hard to see there. Kind of nice having those little cushiony sides. Sometimes cars have that rounded look on the inside for the dark bluish gray area. And you also do have this really nice looking engine on the back and a nice use of the Speed Champions hood piece. So, one of the play features of the set is that you can lift up the back, which has a little bit of the cushion for where the Riddler can sit, and shoot these Springfire missiles over the Riddler's head onto whatever it needs to hit. So, very simple to activate, and they move real fast. Luckily, they give you an extra one of these in the set, so you have a total of 3 to play with. And you could easily just move that back up when you're not using it. You could easily take these out, and it doesn't change anything as far as the look of the entire set. Even the holes in here, not really going to be a big deal. And from the back, really doesn't change that much. I think it looks just fine, whether or not you want to include these projectiles. Now, as far as the Riddler fitting in here, it's a little hard to fit him in with his cane, so I'm just going to remove that and fit him with his hands forward. If there was a spot to fit the cane, I would just say you just kind of have to hang it out there. There's not really like a clip or anything, but you could probably grab another clip from another set and put it on there. I do think it's clever how they use these zipline pulley pieces as a way of showing the rear view mirrors. That's a cool idea, and it's also nice to just get those pieces in newer sets because sometimes it can encourage more ziplining. I don't see enough ziplining in Lego sets, even though they used to have it in the 90s with Team Extreme and all that stuff. Really nice look all the way around as far as the color scheme, and I do like how the lights are shown on all the sides, especially towards the front, because underneath each of these, it's actually a tan slope. But because it's a lighter color, and because this is a trans yellow window piece, it makes it look more lit up, especially when you have light shining on it. It looks pretty darn good, in my opinion. I do like how that actually slopes in the front, even though it's a little odd, boxy look compared to all the curves that you get throughout most of the car. It still has unique style to it and a unique way of using those pieces. The lights, obviously being really low to the ground, but still kind of a good look to it to separate it from other cars. And I believe there's a little bit more towards the back, especially when you have like the white underneath some of these trans red and trans orange pieces. It helps them stand out and kind of shine a little bit against other lights. So, looks pretty good with that, and with all the other villains that you have in here, you have enough room to play with. In fact, you could even use the villains as a way of projectiles. Like, if Batman were to take over the Riddler's car, like, he would just use the projectiles against the villains. It just, another way of playing with the set outside of what the movie shows. But still, a lot that you can play with here, and if you wanted to have a little bit more for Batman to fight against, you got plenty in this. It's like a villain pack and a Riddler car in one. Even though it's a $30 price point and 250 something pieces, and all things aside, it is a good value. It could have used a small build to go with it. 254 pieces for $30 is kind of low for price per piece. But you do have to also factor that this has more minifigures, this has licensed minifigures, it has a couple new molds and a couple new recolors. But piece-wise, I would have liked a small build to go with this. Something for Batman to use, or maybe some kind of blockade for the Riddler car to run through, other than just everyone else around him. Something that might add more to the play features of the set, because you're basically just having the projectiles and rolling the car around, and just, playing around with the minifigures. So, other than that, it's still a fun set, a lot of good collectability to it, and a really nice design for the car. I think the car by itself is just good looking, whether or not it has the Riddler attached to it. It just has a sleek style that I haven't really seen out of LEGO cars that often. The green and white color scheme is pretty common, but the way that it's implemented is unique. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the Riddler Rigster, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO reviews. If you want to check out a couple other DC superhero sets and LEGO Batman movie sets I reviewed, you can check them out on my channel. You can either search for it, Maniac for Bricks, LEGO Batman movie, should pop up, or there might be a playlist out there. I still have to work around a couple playlist setups, so give me some time, but it'll be there. And maybe it'll even be on the suggested side to your right. So we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.